Good afternoon. I'm Michael Clemons from II Research from Institutional Investor. I'm the director in Japan, and I have the pleasure of having Mr. Koichi Yatsuda, who's the VP of Investor Relations at Tokyo Electron, joining us for our first II Spotlight on the Investor Relations departments in Japan. So thank you very much for joining today.
Thank you very much.
We are very happy to have you be one of the first that we're interviewing this way. We want to start this series so that we can give the opportunity to the IR departments to be speaking to the II audience and hear a little bit more about your perspective with regards to not only IR, but also maybe what the awards mean to you when you receive them. Just to highlight a few, in the electronics and precision instrument sector, Tokyo Electron had overall best investor relations, both on the buy side and the sell side perspective. Your CEO, Kawai-san, as number one as CEO in the sector. We have both yourself as number one overall, but also the buy side and sell side, which is incredible, as well as the IR team collectively, followed by overall ESG number one. So you're very welcome today to talk a little bit more about II and the award. So why don't we start off with, when you receive the news of these results from II, what does this mean to you, and why is that important to you?
It means a lot to us. First of all, the II awards encourage us and make us confident, of course. And I can also tell the top management, like, look, we are working hard. Huh?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Well, secondly, we can learn how investors and analysts evaluate our IR activities. I think this is more important. So I personally make much of the II research perception study rather than its awards. Investors' frank and honest comments are very helpful. To tell you the truth, during this survey, I don't ask investors and analysts to vote for us, but instead, I do ask them to participate in the survey and evaluate Japanese companies so that we can improve our IR activities.
I'm happy to hear that. I mean, in my time, I've been both on the buy side and the sell side. But what do you think is the key to IR, and how do you feel the way that you're working in IR, performing the function, how do you think it differentiates your company from others?
Well, I think the key to IR is transparency and the medium to long-term growth scenarios, which mitigate volatility of share prices, especially for the semiconductor industry in which our company engages. Share prices fluctuate a lot. Therefore, we are committed to transparent disclosure and communication. These are our differentiators. If you take a look at our COVID update, that is our investors guide, you will find it very informative. So we have a very good reputation on this, and we are very proud of it. But it doesn't mean that we need to disclose all the information we have. Some of the information enhances volatility of share prices. For example, we have refrained from disclosing orders and backlogs since 2017. It is because our industry has become consolidated, and a large portion of the market is dominated by only 6 big customers. It frequently happens that we receive quite a large volume of orders in one single quarter, but we receive very few orders in the following quarter. So when we disclosed the orders, our share price fluctuated widely in response to the trend of orders.
Right.
So because of this, now we don't disclose orders and backlogs. Instead, we disclose annual guidance of the current fiscal year, although some of our competitors disclose only quarterly guidance.
Do you feel the way you were engaging with people prior to COVID and during COVID and even now has changed dramatically, or are you still doing things the same way you did before?
We do the same thing, but I think we have a different style. Because before COVID, of course, we had the dialogue face-to-face, but right now, we have a lot of online. But right now, the investors coming back to Japan, and we have the face-to-face dialogues. I think face-to-face is better than the online, but online is kind of productive. So I think we can do both.
One of the questions that comes up in different regions, and I'm not sure how relevant this is to Japan, the question around AI, whether AI is something that can replace IR, can investors and analysts get the answers they need to by talking to a bot, or what do you think? I mean, do you have a view on how AI is being integrated into the IR function?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. AI may replace IR, in my opinion. It will take time, but it could happen. Dr. Michael Osborne of Oxford University once said that many jobs in the world will be replaced by AI. Why not IR? I don't think anybody can resist this mega trend of AI taking over the currently existing jobs. But there are so many things in the world that have not been realized due to lack of manpower. So AI is not an enemy that takes our jobs, but kind of friend that does our work for us. So if AI can take over job, just let it do it. And we can do something new, something more important, or something nobody is working on. I think this way. So well, it is unlikely that the AI will take my IR job until I retire. So I got to do what I got to do.
Okay.
So having said that, my team is partially using AI to do our work. To be precise, it is an AI-based company analysis and information gathering tool. What it can do is catch industry news and public information about competitors in a timely manner. So in addition, transcripts of briefings and conferences are very easy to read because the AI automatically categorizes them as positive or negative. Wow. So of course, you can also analyze the transcripts of your own companies. Yeah, that will be possible. You don't have to read the entire transcript. Just a quick reading of highlighted sections will give you a general understanding of the content. So financial performance can be analyzed side by side for selected companies, and can be exported to Excel at the touch of the button for quick reporting to management. Furthermore, by analyzing keywords mentioned by companies, it can also be used as a reference when considering appealing points for the next earnings conference. So the system is extremely useful because it greatly increases our productivity in analyzing companies and gathering information. I believe there are other tools available in the world to increase productivity. So we should utilize AI and other usable tools to boost IR activities. That's what I think.
Another question, and this is more on a personal basis. If you were starting out now in your career, first of all, what kind of career would you be interested in? And secondly, how would you maybe maneuver things with COVID starting out?
Okay. Well, you know what? I started my career as an engineer at Electron. When a new product I was in charge of was launched, I was transferred to France and the US, where I was involved in joint development and technical support with research institutes and the customers. After that, I took an engineer position at a different company, and then I came back to Tokyo Electron and worked in the product marketing and corporate marketing. It's been about 5 years since I became an IR officer. So looking back, my career path has turned out to be quite different from what I had envisioned when I started my career. But fortunately, I feel that I'm moving in the right direction. I got my master's degree in engineering while I was working as an engineer, took marketing classes while I was working as a marketer, and took accounting and finance courses at the university right after I took an IR officer position. So through the learning that complements my new responsibilities and the expertise, I have accumulated new knowledge that has been very helpful in my subsequent work. I'm pretty much happy with my career right now, but if I need to choose a job which I have never experienced, I would like to do something more creative, something like a graphic designer. I like drawing. In fact, you can find some of my diagrams in our publication, such as integrated report and investor's guide.
Nice. So you're integrating things you're passionate about with your job.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the best advice to give. But if you were giving advice to your 15-year-old self, looking back where you're at now, what kind of advice would you give?
Well, I would definitely tell my 15-year-old self to buy Tokyo Electron stocks and keep them for more than 30 years.
Yes.
Yeah. When I was 15 years old, I wasn't so motivated to study because I thought that study was a way for me to go to a good university, get a good job, and earn a good salary. I think I was very narrow-minded. So as I mentioned, I have experienced some very different roles. Whenever I took a new role, I studied something related to my new role. So, and the studying greatly improved my performance on the job. I really enjoyed studying. I felt as if what I was newly learning through study blended well with that what I had learned in the past, and I became able to explain many things. So I would tell my 15-year-old self that he will discover many things and have fun if he can look at things more broadly. I don't think he would listen to me because he was very narrow-minded.
Okay, but I think that's good advice. I mean, basically, you just continue to learn.
Yeah, that's very important.
When you think of your bucket list as far as things that you want to accomplish in your life, what would you say your top three are? And if I can ask, are they different now than they were before the pandemic? Have you changed your top three things that you'd like to accomplish in your life?
I think same thing. I like traveling. Even before I took an IR position, I went on a lot of international business trips.
Right.
During my business travels, I usually try to go sightseeing if I have time. So now there are three places I really want to visit, which are Lake Uyuni in Bolivia, the Blue Grotto in Italy, and Machu Picchu in Peru.
Wow.
Yeah, someone I know visited Lake Uyuni and the Blue Grotto and showed me pictures. Yeah. So the stories I heard from them made me want to go there so much. Yes. So Machu Picchu is a place where I was supposed to go with my wife on our honeymoon a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah. However, we had to give up on our trip because of the deteriorating security situation at that time. Right. And the warnings to travelers. So yes. I hope we can go there in the future. So actually, bucket list didn't change, but I want to go more than before.
Well, we really appreciate both you supporting us when you're speaking at the IR conferences, and we appreciate you joining us today as our inaugural guest. And we have no doubts that we'll be speaking to you when the publication comes out for the 2023 results next year. But I want to wish you and your family and the rest of the team a very happy holidays.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Happy holidays.